No, I'll Snapchat all my friends back, and then they all start Snapchatting back right away, and I'm like, ah.
So how do you deal with fame? This is a good first topic to dive into. This is Taylor. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Any socials you want to plug? Any? You have a blog, right?
I do have a blog.
Okay.
It's called Taylor's Take. It's on my thing to think about. I don't have a URL.
Okay.
Because you have to pay for it.
Oh, so it's like
and
a WordPress
I am
thing.
currently unemployed. So
Well, that sounds. You babysit. That's more than I'm like having the hardest time with unemployment.
Okay, but if you liked kids, you could have babysat.
Okay, but also.
But you have this thing with kids.
Yeah, I don't like kids. That's a good first cold take of the day. Kids, should people have them? Let's break it down. I say no. Taylor, what are your thoughts?
Yes.
That's actually not the first topic, but maybe we shouldn't repopulate. Maybe like. Maybe.
You know, we'll disagree.
All right, I give it a couple billion years. We'll be back.
A billion years.
Couple billion.
Oh, you believe in what is that?
I don't know.
Reincarnate? No.
I believe in God, and I believe He wants to have friends. So if we all died, He would be lonely. I mean, we'd be in heaven, but. All right, theologists, fact check me on this. But
I'll call my dad up.
But I think we'd be back. I think do you believe in reincarnation? What do you think? All right, just play a scenario.
Okay.
What would you be if you were reincarnated?
Oh. I don't know, like a butterfly.
Yeah. Is that what you think you'd be? Like, you think you've earned enough karma to get to a butterfly?
No, I'd probably be like an alligator or something. Just something that no one wants to bother with and just keep it moving.
So you don't like to be bothered?
No, I don't know. I would say no. I'm gonna stick with butterfly.
What do you think I would be reincarnated?
I don't know. I have an idea, but I'm not gonna say it.
Facial expressions say it all. I don't think you think very highly of me right now, but it's okay.
No, I'm just not gonna say it.
I think I could shoot for a koala because they're cute
That's
but dumb, and I feel like I feel like I have that kind of energy.
I dig sloths.
Sloths? I'd like to slow life down.
They move so slow, and they live for super long.
If we have anxiety in this life, I would like to have sloth life next, where everything's just slow and it makes sense.
You don't do anything.
It's like, what are you going to do today? I might walk 5 feet. That sounds exhausting. I might have one.
Man, you're really doing something today. Walking 5 feet.
Look at him. He's really doing something.
You're sitting down over there.
Could you imagine the sloth competition between families? Jerry walked 10 feet today.
How many did you walk?
Yeah,
I walked
sorry,
7.
Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
What a track we've gone down right now.
Yeah, there's a whole lot to break down today. So, first question, since Survivor just ended,
yes.
I don't know if people are big Survivor fans. We're one of the few dying crowd who still watches reality television.
If you don't watch Survivor, you've got to watch Survivor.
It's some tea every week.
It's the best reality show there is. And it's not it's not cringe. Okay, I'm a big reality girl.
Take note of that, Kardashians. Survivor's coming for you.
I love the Kardashians. I'm not gonna lie.
Which is your favorite?
Kim.
Okay, hell yeah, we agree. Kim is the best.
Kim's the best for sure.
Well,
she's cultivated this, and if you say Kris Jenner, you're wrong.
Why is that?
Kim has cultivated.
Okay.
The entire. Well, actually, Rob Kardashian did the OG.
Yeah.
Shout out to OJ.
Yeah.
But
the OG? OG or OJ?
Well, Rob is the OG, and then but he got the start because of OJ.
What do you think about the allegations that Chloe is OJ's kid?
Oh, I don't think that's true. Because if you look at his kids with whatever her name is, they don't look anything. I mean.
Does OJ did he have a kid with
he has
Nicole?
2 kids.
I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
And the boy, I think, played football at UCLA or something.
Really? Oh, I haven't watched the documentary in a hot minute.
Oh,
it was good. It was
I
really
went on
good.
this. I was a senior in high school, and I went on this OJ binge where I watched OJ everything.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
I watched the People vs. OJ, the FX one, and it was super good. But what else did you watch?
I watched the People vs. OJ. I watched the movie. I don't know what that one's called. It's been 3 years.
Yeah.
And then I watched The Briefcase or something what was in Rob Kardashian's briefcase. Because you hear this briefcase everywhere with them. And anyway, it's a conspiracy theory. And then I watched the one where they remade it.
Okay. So, wait,
like,
was that the
Netflix? It was the scripted one. OJ versus America, maybe?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So, you're Taylor Vismor, OJ Simpson expert, trial expert. I'm going to do
Did he do
bun
it?
pop.
Did he do it?
That's what I was going to ask.
But, it's kind of like the Carole Baskin.
Did he do it?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm indifferent.
Okay.
I'm so indifferent.
That was very confident to bring it back. What do you think?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He wrote a book about it.
That's the wildest fact from all the if I did it.
Why would you write a book about it if you weren't in some way coming clean?
That's ballsy right there.
And it was right after he got out of jail, right?
That's the confidence of a running back right there. That man ran for a lot of yards, and it should not be forgotten. Yeah, well, because when he went to jail this last time, wasn't it for armed robbery?
I think it was embezzlement.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. That's two completely different. Let me look this up, actually, because I kind of want to...
I could be totally wrong, but I do think it was something...
What did OJ go to prison? Wow, that was actually
murder.
The top mention. In 2007, Simpson was arrested in Las Vegas and charged with felonies of armed robbery and kidnapping.
Oh, you're right. Good for you.
Wait, but...
That's impressive.
So... But he could have been in jail around the time because I think he was convicted
How did they arrest him the first time? What was the charge for?
I'm pretty sure he got convicted in a civil court and not federal because the original trial with the glove and everything was federal court.
Glove.
Yeah.
The glove, it's legendary.
Yeah, I mean.
If the glove doesn't fit.
You must have quit.
You must have quit.
Have you ever? All right, I don't think because you're not the biggest Seinfeld fan, but there's an episode of Seinfeld where they reenact kind of the OJ thing, but it's with a culprit and they only saw her in a bra. And so they said if the bra doesn't fit, you must have quit.
That's funny.
And then it ends the episode with the bra doesn't work like that. It needs to be something smaller, like a glove. And that's how the whole
funny.
Yeah, so it's a good episode.
No, I heard, this is how much I got into OJ.
Yeah. That
they froze the glove.
No way.
That's how they kept it intact, was they froze it.
Oh, and it could have
when you freeze things, it shrinks.
Yeah.
And so when he put the glove on, it was cold.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah.
But there was no way that it would have fit because it was frozen.
Yeah. So what do you think about sorry, we promised we'll get back to Survivor, but what do you think about the prosecution? Do you think they just fumbled the bag after seeing some
no. I think OJ's case really was more than just OJ and Nicole.
Yeah.
I think it meant there's a series called OJ versus America.
Yeah.
Because it was such at a pivotal moment.
Yeah, with the racial tension
in
American.
And it was very, one side versus one side and it's you can ask people today and they'll still be like, oh, he totally did it, or oh my gosh, there's no way he did it.
Yeah. So
I think that the reason I like the OJ case is because it really showed that in the judicial system, it's you are innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. And
that's why I took the case.
Yeah.
But I feel a lot of times today it's very you're guilty until proven innocent.
I agree. Yeah.
So that's why I respect the case so much, is because it was very he's innocent and we're going to try to prove him guilty, but until that moment, he's innocent.
Regardless, the production behind all of it was some of the best shows on Netflix.
Yeah.
OJ versus...
But it's the story in general. This incredible athlete, he went to USC, right?
Yeah.
He, this huge athlete, big name, huge player, whatever, goes on to the NFL.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you just see a white Bronco going down the interstate.
Yeah, my buddy actually has a Bronco, and I really want to go on a road trip in it just to see what it's like. But have you ever seen somebody in an OJ jersey?
No.
I
have never seen that.
At a frat party, and it wasn't an actual OJ jersey where it said Simpson on the back.
Right.
Instead of Simpson, it was his number, and it was a USC jersey, and it just said "the juice" in quotation marks.
That's legendary. It's Burrow with the.
Yeah, but Burrow didn't murder it.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Every offense, or he murdered every defense in the last 7 games. But I walked up to him and I was like, "Tell me you didn't."
That's kind of
Yeah, it's kind of like I have like a Jordan Toon Squad jersey, but like that's a lot safer than
the juice.
The man just wore. I was like, I admire the confidence, man.
That is some.
So, all right, you heard it here first. OJ did it.
He did it. I don't know. I'm so indifferent about it.
Okay, I got you.
It's
just entertaining.
I mean, but my thing is like, how could you? I don't know.
Okay, all right. So back to Survivor. Then. So, if you watch Survivor, this was Winners at War. It was probably the best season ever. It was. I mean, we watched for like 15 years.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think there's been a better season. I think one thing I'm worried about is that like it's going to be really hard to go back to regular format with a bunch of strangers now.
Right.
Like I wonder how they're gonna spice things up.
Yeah, and well they did Game Changers.
Game Changers they've done it twice now, right?
Yeah. They've done a few seasons with Game Changers and it is really good to see them, but also if you don't watch Survivor like us.
Yeah.
And you were just like someone who's never watched it, you would have thought the season was totally normal because you don't know them.
Yeah, because it doesn't draw in a whole lot of.
Right, but it was kind of. I feel like for people who don't watch Survivor, it was weird when they start calling her the Kingslayer.
Yeah, the Queen. Yeah.
Not Sandra, but the girl I voted her out.
Oh wait.
You loved her, Denise.
Oh, Denise. Yeah, because Denise said
they called her the Queenslayer, but if you don't watch Survivor, you don't know what that means.
I thought she developed that nickname this season because she had the insane play with the two idols, right?
Yeah, and she was the only vote that counted.
Yeah.
And it was for Sandra.
She was a badass, honestly.
She was awesome.
She kind of like had a bad game towards the end where she was just like, oh, like it's fine, I'll just get rice, like I know I'm going home. I was like, I thought at first it could be smart because it could be like, oh, like take the target off me because it's so simple. And at first I thought it was headed that way, but then like they just voted her out. I was like,
yeah, but it was an easy pick. I think when you get down to that, and especially when you've played before, I mean I've never played, but
have you applied?
I almost applied my senior year. My mom told me if I got on, I could skip school for that year.
Yeah, I applied. Like I think this is my third time applying, but I never like do like the most videos.
Oh, you gotta do the most videos.
Yeah, and that's like it's a bit extra. This one I think was my funniest though. I did like a pretty funny video.
Did you? Oh, you made a video.
Yeah, it was like 1 minute long, so I was like,
hello, I'm Daniel. Please
short and
bring me a Survivor.
I didn't want to be like, hi, I'm Daniel.
You should have done like parkour, like on The Office.
Parkour.
Like just jumped on walls and like parkour. Parkour. Like that would have been awesome. I would have been like,
oh my god,
that's our guy.
Yeah, I should have just started like hit record like, you want to see me run there and back?
Or like, you know when Michael from The Office makes those home videos and he's like, hello. And it's like him and Dwight and they have like that basketball.
Michael Scarn. Yeah. Oh wait, yeah.
Do you know the Scarn?
Yeah, the one where they make like the whole. I thought that was what you were talking about with the whole movie. No, my favorite is I'm a bigger Parks and Rec fan than the
I don't watch Parks and Rec.
And so Chris Pratt, he dresses up as Burt Macklin all the time, and we watched an episode last night. I watched an episode last night where he was like, on his bucket list was he wants to be an action star. So he just dives through like his patio window and like just like glass everywhere. And so I should have done that, honestly. They'd have to. Like they would feel bad not picking me.
Do you remember when one of the seasons when the guy burned off his fingertips? And he like jumped in the lake. I don't remember when it was. But he jumped in like this pond part, and he dumped his hands. And when his hands came out, there was just skin hanging from his fingers. Yeah, it was awful.
I honestly, that's one thing I don't miss about the new Survivor seasons. They've kind of gotten away from like the brutality of it.
No, but I love that. Okay, you know what I miss? The eating challenges.
Oh, yes.
They did away with them. I don't know what happened to them, but I loved them.
Maybe they'll bring them back, though, and it'll be even better. So basically the eating challenge, for people who don't watch Survivor.
Sorry, we don't,
You should. We've already said that, so it's on you at this point. Mm-hmm. But the eating challenge is like where they bring out bugs and creatures, and like there's like a pig brain at one point.
Yeah, and like eyes a lot of times, like cow eyes.
Oh, and it's so gnarly. That says a lot about you that you love that.
And you you like wage on it. Yeah. And so a lot of times they have money, and so if you
only for this challenge, it's like
I'm kind of like talking about two different challenges. Yeah. That one's gross. And that one's just like straight up eating nasty stuff.
Oh.
But then when they wage, like they have the money.
betting one.
Yeah.
That one is
and they
so
have
good.
them in like.
Oh, so that's the one you were talking about.
Well, no, I miss both of them. They don't do any of those anymore.
Yeah, both of those were really good. They were like a highlight of the season.
I remember one guy, I think his name was Jay. He was like one of my favorite guys to play.
Wait, was it the long blonde hair?
That's Joe.
Okay.
No, wait, no, he didn't play this season. He didn't win.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Jay was the guy on, I think it was Millennials versus Gen X.
Oh, that was a good season.
And he was like, go ahead, Jeffrey, snuff my torch.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I like him, but he had like a bowl of worms, and he just like took them back. Yeah. And he like chewed them, and was like, these are actually really good.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
wild. Awful. But I don't like Extinction.
Oh, really? All right.
That's the one thing this season that I did not like.
Okay. So honestly, the question was kind of supposed to be like, is there a reality show better than this? But I guess the answer is just no.
No.
Okay.
Because it's real reality.
Yeah.
Like Kardashians is reality, but like, how can anyone relate to that?
Yeah. I don't know. I relate to Kanye.
Okay, you have one pair of Yeezy shoes. That does not make you Kanye.
I have 2 pair, for the record.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
2 pair, guys. I have one. They're from China, so.
I don't know where they're made.
2 different people here.
They could, we are not the same.
We are not the same.
But what do you think about all the new Netflix shows, like the Too Hot to Handle and the Love is Blind and stuff
okay,
like that?
I'm a big Love is Blind girl.
Yeah.
No. Kinda. I didn't love it.
Are you sure?
No, I was, okay.
Yeah.
I like Love is Blind. There's a show, it's like Too Hot to Handle.
Yeah.
It's called Love Island.
Oh, yeah, no, well, people know what Love Island.
You've got to watch Love Island. You have to.
The British version?
Don't watch the American version, it's trash.
Yeah.
British only.
Okay.
He's my, like, they talk about, like, oh, he's so fit.
Yeah,
or like,
he's fit, mate.
Yeah, he's like, he's my type on paper.
Yeah.
Like,
legendary. I watch mostly British YouTubers because I watch like a lot of like FIFA, soccer stuff, and they always say it's going on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's
but
what
it's like things.
Like things.
Like a TH is like an F.
A TH or like a CH or like those noises they just haven't mastered.
Yeah,
so
like things.
Maybe
I love it.
British were this close to being unstoppable, and then like.
And then they
call
call it chips, like.
Chips, man.
And they call it chips crisps. I just think they're the coolest people.
You think that's cool? Like, I don't know, man. When I look at a chip, like a potato chip, it looks like it's word. And when I look at a fry, I'm like, that should not be chip. That looks like it's a.
Yeah.
Alright, so at breakfast this morning, actually, I went to the bread basket. Have you ever been there?
No.
So it's in this gas station.
It's like GP.
What's GP?
Old country.
Oh, wow. Abbreviation.
GP's big in Oakley, though. Like,
yeah. No,
it's in like the middle of town.
I've heard it's really good. I haven't been there for breakfast before.
You have to go.
But I don't go because of bread basket. Because it's like cafeteria style and like just biscuit with whatever you want on it. They have like steak and eggs, potato, whatever. So a lady walks up today and she goes, potato boat. I was like, and it was a potato wedge. And like they knew exactly what she was talking about, like maybe and it was kind of shaped like a boat, and I was like, that's kind of ridiculous.
It made you think.
But I was like,
I see it.
I think I might try it out for myself now and be like, and just see what they say. Like if it's on a menu, I might be like potato boats, and just like if they like are taken aback or something.
Okay, but you gotta catch their vibe. If they're like
read the room, right?
Yeah, like read like you were talking about earlier. Like you gotta read the room.
Yeah, man. Like, is it a potato boat party?
Are they angry today and they want to? Or are they chill and they'll be like, I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
I hate when parents do that. Well, it's not just parents, but specifically my parents.
Okay.
They will go out to eat, and my dad will be a dad and make dad jokes at the waitress or whatever, like, working hard or hardly working, and they're like so not having it. They're
like, be like, dude, I'm about to spit in your food right now.
And like,
not that I do that. I don't do that.
You did work in the restaurant business.
I did.
Did you ever spit in somebody's food?
No, but I have seen someone do it.
Was it a friend? Did you stop them? Were you in a cop?
No.
If you witness a crime and do nothing about it, you are the cop. Yeah, exactly.
No, I didn't stop her.
Wow.
So I went to the bathroom. So I was a hostess. I'm not gonna say what restaurant because
privacy.
That's just bad for me. That's just bad press right there.
Yeah.
I don't work there anymore, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But I went to the restroom, and the restroom like opened next to the kitchen, and we didn't have any doors in our kitchen.
Very
So you
sanitary.
could just like walk.
Yeah.
Kind of gross. But so I'm walking out of the bathroom, and my friend's like, Taylor, come here. So I go over there, and she's like, I'm like, what? And she goes, come back by the fridge, like in the way back so no one sees us.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's up? And she's holding her like a plate of tacos.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And she goes, okay, hold this. And she like gave me the toppings. And I was like, what are you doing? And she just like, I said, that is disgusting. And she goes, I don't care.
But you held the toppings.
I held the toppings.
Oh, the truth comes out. Crimes are being
I was 100% complicit.
Oh my, you were more than just a bystander. You were a full-on accomplice. Oh my gosh. Had you washed your hands coming out of the bathroom?
Yes. That's gross.
Did you?
Wash your hands.
Okay.
Well, I don't get what's gross, what's disgusting is when boys don't wash their hands after going to the bathroom. That is disgusting.
Why specifically boys? Because this seems a bit sexist right now, and I need you to spell it out.
You might have to edit this out. I'm not kidding. It's kind of like PG.
No,
R.
spell it out. No,
that's a lot. That's a sentence. They just they're holding themselves when they pee.
Really? I don't.
You just stand there?
I just wherever it lands, it lands. You know?
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Perspective.
I might actually have to edit that.
Yeah, I would edit that out. But they hold it and ew.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
No, okay, that's understandable.
But everyone should wash their hands.
I'll full acknowledgement, I don't understand how the female body works. So when I don't get the deal with the seat. Like, why do you flip it up? Like, why do you flip it up or flip it down? Like,
flip the seat up? That's what you do.
Why do I do that? I don't.
Because, okay, so
I get scolded for this every time.
I want you, when you go to the bathroom, I want you to put that seat up, I want you to sit down on it. I want you to see how it feels.
I've done that before. I've done it with the lid on.
You technically, fall in the toilet when you do that.
Yeah.
And so the toilet, seat.
But I always check to see, if it's up or down.
Yeah, but all girls have, fallen in a toilet before because of boys.
So I'm supposed to accommodate because y'all aren't supposed to look and see if it's up or
You're
down.
supposed to be gentlemen, yes. I believe in chivalry. Sorry. Shoot me.
Well, I believe in equality, and sorry, but if I have to do it, you have to do it.
Yes, we can be equals, but you should also be a gentleman and
Okay, so are you ever gonna hold a door open for a guy or pick up the check?
I mean, I'll open it, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, go first. I'm gonna go through it first and hold it for you.
Okay. Have you are you one of the? Because I'm interested to hear about this. I always hold the door open, and some people get really weirded out by it. They're like, and then they'll lean across the car and open mine, and it's like, ah ha ha, it's so fun, but I don't know. I've honestly stopped doing it a lot now, where I'm
opening car doors?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it can be a little weird just because, none of us were raised in that way, to expect a boy to open your door for you know?
I was taught to expect...
Okay, yeah, but, boys where I'm from, we're not.
Yeah.
Here's my huge truck, you're gonna open the door, and you're gonna run and jump in it.
You could roll under,
I could literally... No, one time I've had to, actually run and jump in a truck before.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the trucks that come with the ladder to get up there because the wheels are so big? Yeah.
That's very Oconee County.
Yeah.
It's or roll coal. People roll coal all the time.
Yeah.
Stop.
I actually went to a Memorial Day Oconee party with some people from Oconee County high schools and stuff, or it might have been Watkinsville. I don't know.
That's
but
where I live.
It was very close. It was nearby, and yeah, I think I was the only guy there without a trucker hat, to be honest, and the swoop bag.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, they were handsome dudes. They were tall and stuff, but
what is it called? Business in the front, part in the back. A mullet.
Yeah.
Mullets aren't big in Oconee.
Yeah.
But just the flow.
Yeah. Did you ever have anybody at high school with a mullet?
No.
We had
some crunchy people though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Crunchy. For sure.
Yeah, Nestle Crunchy. So no, we had an electrician who worked at our school who had a mullet, and
oh, interesting.
he kind of owned it. Not gonna lie,
yeah.
It was not good.
They're
not gonna
coming
go
back.
Yeah, if you go to Gator games, they're definitely very prevalent.
I was in New Orleans for the Florida game.
Yeah. Wait.
Bad.
What Florida game?
When Georgia played Florida.
Oh.
No. Pause.
Do you mean
No.
Jacksonville?
No, I was in no, wait. back up. I was in NOLA when LSU played Florida at LSU.
Oh.
And we lost our game.
Yeah, we lost to South Carolina.
Yeah. It went overtime. It was horrible.
Wait, so did you go to the game, the LSU Florida game?
No, I was just on there for a formal.
Okay, gotcha.
And so we were just like walking around.
That was probably their favorite game of the season. I have a couple friends who go there and they're like, LSU Florida was unmatched. But sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Yeah, they were like psycho.
Yeah.
Like one guy got in my face because I had like a little bulldog thing. He was like, "The dogs suck," and I was like, "Ah."
I had somebody
like okay.
I had an LSU fan on Bourbon Street for the Sugar Bowl. Get it, which I don't know why he was there because it was Texas versus UGA, not LSU. He had an LSU polo on. I respect it, represent the colors, but he gets in my face, and I didn't get why he picked a fight. And he like starts barking at me. He's like, "You don't like it that much when it's at you, do you?" I'm like, "Dude,
y'all beat us.
Like literally,
leave me alone.
No dog in this fight."
So sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care that much. But no, the Florida people, they were like all up in my face, and I was like, "Oh, there are literally 7 men standing around me. Like, pick one. Why me? Like, why are you picking me?"
Well, they're Florida fans, and yeah.
What's up there? Not much.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I think we're kind of off Survivor
Back to Survivor.
Okay, so were you happy with the winner?
I love Tony.
Yeah. Did you like him in his season when he won?
Yeah, I think for this season especially, you had to outwit, outlast, and outplay to the max. And I don't think Natalie had a fair game in it. Like, I don't think she had a fair fight in it. But that's why I don't like Extinction, because when you spend so much time in Extinction, you don't outwit anyone. You just sit. They added more to this Extinction with the fire tokens. Yeah. But I think because she was the first one on Extinction. Yeah. So
I think she definitely outplayed everybody. I'll just say that.
If she did not have all those fire tokens, which is like her outplaying. Yeah. But if she did not have all those fire tokens and all those helps. She would not have been back.
But she got back.
Horrible.
But she got back. She won the challenge. I mean, yeah, she had the help because she did do poor in the challenge. But she had the help. She won that challenge. But then she won the final immunity. That's where I was like, damn.
That was a big deal. And if she had not won the immunity, she would have gone out. Because, but if you're on Extinction, you know that if you get back onto the island, you have to win. Yeah. No, you have to win at least the first one.
That's true.
And if you don't, you're out. It's just the easiest thing to do.
Still doing it, though, is hard. I think... Okay.
I just don't like Extinction. I think it allows people... Yeah. Like, why are we giving second... I don't know.
It feels like in a show, like, if it was like a TV drama or something, and they killed a character off, but then they still had them, like, waiting and, like, talking and, like, doing stuff on the side. But it's not a part of the show. Right. It's just... It does feel like that.
It's like its totally own thing. And it's just weird.
Yeah, it'd be like if in Breaking Bad, after they like explode Saul. Sorry, spoiler. But after, have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't watched it.
Well, they literally like blow up this dude and he walks out with a skeleton. It's kind of badass.
Interesting.
But so it'd be like him just like spectating the last like 2 seasons of the show after he died. I get that.
It's very weird, but I do think Tony deserved to win. I like Jeremy. I wanted Rob to win originally. I love Rob. He's been in 3 seasons. He's played for 3 seasons. He's been in 4. Yeah. Do you remember when he got the what is it called? When he was like when he got to expedite someone, he was like...
Oh, the extortion.
Extortion, yes. I don't know if that was such the wrong word. But he was like, "Oh, I get to extort someone," and then he like flips the paper over and he was like, "Oh no,
it's extorting."
That was legendary.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I was dying at that.
I love him.
But yeah, no, I didn't like Rob at first because I was a big fan of Russell way back when.
My brother loves Russell.
He's like, still to me, like, for his 1 season, that's probably the, like, and he didn't even win.
I think he played twice.
Yeah, he played twice, and the second time was with Rob. They brought back just him and Rob. Mm-hmm. And so Rob's tribe immediately, like, gushed over him, and, like, he, like, immediately controlled it from the beginning. It was the most boring season ever, because they're like, "Here you go, here's your..." They simped.
Here's your silver platter.
They full simped on him.
I don't know what simp means. Can you just talk about that for 2 seconds?
Yeah, so simp is kind of like being a simpleton. From what I understand, it's like being a simple, like just...
pining after someone?
Yeah, and, like, being really, like, over... Like, you dropped your crown, queen, and like shit like that, where it's like, can I get the door for you? Like, I'm that guy. It says in my Twitter, professional simp.
Does it actually?
Yeah.
Wow.
But so no, they full simp that season though. They're like, here's literally $1 million. So I was like, I hate y'all. And like Russell's tribe, like immediately, he played it low key. He was like, I'm gonna have a small alliance. We're gonna like do some maneuvering. And they voted him out the second tribal council.
Remember when Burns won Sox?
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, because I think that was the Heroes vs. Villains one. Because he was like, I gotta play into the villain.
Right.
But, so he was on season 19, and Heroes vs. Villains was season 20.
Right.
So season 19 is still my favorite of Survivor ever, because that's the one where he found, like, he was the first guy to find multiple idols, and he found, like, 4.
He was awesome, and then he made his own idols.
Yeah, and he tricked people, and he didn't even win, because that was before they respected the game as much, I think. They're, like, if he had just said his resume and they like based it off of like what he did, then I feel like he would have won. But they were like, you turned your back, you betrayed us, and all. They were so.
That's
butthurt.
the point of the game.
Yeah, they were like, yeah. And
that's why I love the game.
That's the same. They're the same crowd who like a couple seasons later just like gave Rob the win. But so no, I liked him this season, but before
I love Rob. I also love Sandra, but I respected Sandra's move to not go on to extinction.
Sandra and Parvati are like kind of unmatched. Like
I don't like Parv.
Really?
No.
You kind of remind me of Parv. Not gonna lie.
Thank you. That's nice, because she is so mean.
No, she's not mean.
She is mean.
She's so likable. That's what I like.
Thank you.
Yeah, full simp here. But no, she like does the whole thing where she plays everybody. But,
she outplays. That's like her thing.
Yeah, no, she kills it.
Yeah. No, I think this season you know, with the final 3, you had, like, I think Natalie outlasted. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
But I think to win, you had to be all 3. And I think Michelle, I don't know. Maybe
she was okay.
She outplayed. And the thing I loved about Michelle is when she came on her first season, she was at the top.
Yeah.
Like, people loved Michelle, and she won by a landslide.
Yeah.
But this season, she had to play from the bottom.
Yeah.
And I think she should have gotten more votes than Natalie, honestly, just because she played at the top in her first season, and in this season she had to adjust and figure out how to play from the bottom and like stay in the game.
I think she had less actionable things that she had accomplished though. Like whereas Natalie was, and it was in front of everybody what Natalie did. Right. It was like she got back in, she won this, and like, but yeah, honestly, I don't think Michelle was carried there. For, like, her to be the person who didn't get any votes, who's normally, like...
She got 1.
Oh, she got 1. Okay. But
I'm sorry, I had to put that in there. Because normally, there's 3 people that end up on the final. And normally, it's between 2 people, and the last person gets no votes. But she got 1.
The seasons where it's one person winning is usually super boring. Unless it's, like... There was one season where somebody came back and won, like, 4 challenges straight. Yeah. And then, like... It was, like, a unanimous, like, was it Tyson? It could have been him.
I don't know.
But
I also love Yul. Don't get me started on Yul.
Yeah. Oh, Yul was like the level head girl. I like Yul. But we need to get on to the next topic, because all of these are kind of spicy topics. Okay. I didn't even realize we had this disagreement before we started talking. So we were talking about boneless wings and like when you order them. I think never. I'm not a fan of boneless wings. Okay,
here's my 2 cents. If you go to a wing place and you get boneless wings,
you're a simp.
They're not wings.
No.
They are nuggets with sauce on them.
Yeah.
But if you go to Zaxby's and you get boneless wings, I respect you.
Okay, so that led to this discussion. I've had Zaxby's more than I've ever had at this because I've been at home and I miss Cane's. But somebody like, I got here Monday and somebody's like, you want to just get Zaxby's? I'm like, why the hell would I get Zaxby's? Cane's is literally right there. And that's kind of where I'm... Are you a Zaxby's fan?
Okay, here's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't get the hype with Cane's. But hear me out. I grew up in Athens. I live here. I've lived like 10 minutes away from Daniel. My family does. So... Yeah. I just don't get the hype about Cane's. People are so about it. It's weird to me. Like,
it could be because it's phenomenal.
Is it though?
Yes.
Like the fries. Can we talk like Zaxby's? If you put Zaxby's fries
Oh,
and then
don't
Cane's
eat.
fries.
I'm about to cook. No.
Zaxby's wins.
No.
Every time.
No, they don't. Their fries are the equivalent of like what you get at like a baseball stand for like.
No, they're better.
No, they literally use generic ass like French
but they're
fry
good.
salt.
They're good.
They're not. They're
okay, but do you like Steak and Shake fries?
Yeah, I love
Okay,
steak.
I don't like those fries. I don't like thin fries.
Why?
That's not because ew. It's
You
just
get to
like
like bunch up of.
there's no potato. It's just fry, and that's gross.
Okay, so are you saying you'd rather have a potato than a fry?
I like butt fries. Take that.
That-
Take that for what you will. Like
Honestly, coldest take so far. I was at a loss for words from it. You like the steak fries?
like at Chick-fil-A when you get the butt fry.
I give those to
love
my
them.
dog. I'm like, really?
No, yeah. When I go on road trips with my friends or whatever, we get
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, they just hand me their butt fries. I love them.
You're the butt fry girl.
That's such a horrible name, but yeah.
Oh, great.
But no, I don't get the thing with Cane's. Like,
yeah.
it's good. I just don't get the hype. Like, why is everyone like,
Do you
oh my
think
god,
it
it's Cane's? Like,
Do you think it is that hyped? And do
yes.
you think it's just because it's here? Because this is the only, like, Athens is the only place with a Cane's in Georgia. So do you think it's partly to do with that?
yeah, but at the same time, like,
What
when
about
we went
your-
to high school,
Yeah, what
people
about
were
your
like,
friends from
oh,
high school?
I'm going to Cane's for dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Jennifer, like, good for you.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I don't get,
Yeah.
I don't really get the hype.
You do
about
see
it.
a lot of high school kids there, like, right after school. Like,
Oh.
that one and...
Well, Clark's right there.
Yeah, and the Chick-fil-A right there, like,
Mhm.
I always see them up there. But, so, it happens, like, with people from here as well, because, like,
Oh.
I know a big part of it for me was freshman year. I lived at Crestwell, just, like,
Mhm.
right up the hill is
Yeah.
Cane's. And it's open till 3 a.m.
Mhm.
So, like, at all hours of the night, we'd be walking up and down that hill.
Yeah.
And literally by spring semester, like, it became a thing where every Friday night we would go up and get Cane's and come back. And that was, like, our tradition. Because, like, being on the dining hall, we didn't want to eat out a whole lot.
Right.
So that was, like, our one meal a week that we were like, oh, yeah. And for, like, 3 months, we did that. And that was, like, we were all completely happy with it being just
Mhm.
Cane's.
I don't get the hype.
Ah.
Everyone is
Alright.
like
But have you...
so gung ho about it, and I'm like, it's good,
I think the
but
biggest...
to me, it's just chicken. Their bread is unmatched. I will get
That
that.
was what I was about to get into.
Yep.
If you put Zaxby's Texas toast
You're right.
against their bread,
It's nice and fluffy. Cane's.
Oh my
I
God.
appreciate it.
if they had a pillow made out of that bread, I would purchase
It's
it
really
on
good
site.
bread, but like chicken. I mean,
The chicken's great. It's better than Zaxby's for sure.
okay, but you like sweet stuff more than like I
Yeah.
like salty stuff. So I like Zaxby's because it's so salty.
Okay, but the reason why it's salty is because it's practically freezer food. They just pulled it out. Like, literally, I've had Tyson chicken tenders better than theirs.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
But one
The
thing...
fun fact:
Yeah.
the owner and the creator of Zaxby's lives in Oconee.
But he's from Louisiana. So...
No.
Yeah, because it started in Baton Rouge. So...
Oh, I don't know. He lives in Oconee.
Wow, he
Like
turned
I
his
could
back.
take you there and I could show you.
Wow.
Yeah.
He turned his back on the purple and gold. We'll just say
Yeah,
that.
good dogs.
Dang.
His kids go to Prince.
Wow. That's actually kind of mind blowing. That takes away from it a little bit from me. I like LSU, so when you, I mean, I'm a UGA fan, but
I respect LSU because
Yeah.
they had 5 people go to the NFL this season.
no, they're unmatched. But like, I loved going to the first Cane's in Baton Rouge. and,
Oh,
like,
I'm talking about Zaxby's.
Oh, the first the Zaxby's owner.
Yeah. He lives in Oconee.
Okay, well that
He's
makes
from
more
Athens.
sense. Oh, that makes sense.
He went
Okay.
to Oconee High School.
I don't know. Well, if we have his door, I might like go knock on it with some ideas.
I've toured the whole Zaxby's headquarters or whatever.
That's kind of
It
dope.
was like a field trip when I was in middle school.
That's a bougie ass field trip, like honestly.
That's what happens when you go to Oconee.
Wow.
Like David Pollock
Yeah.
lives in Oconee.
Well, yeah, but he went to school here, so like that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense. I don't know.
he works for college football game day,
Yeah.
so.
One thing I realized
That's a big deal.
about Zaxby's was to make the chicken bearable, because otherwise it's so damn dry. You have to get the
Okay.
you put the sauce on the chicken, and that is one thing that where it's like if Cane's did sauce on the chicken, It'd be.
You get yours dunked in like hot honey mustard.
I get them double doinked. No.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, that's not a technical term, but yeah, like extra mild sauce. Well, I mean.
What do you get?
I think I get medium.
You gotta get original.
But,
it's like after that, it's tongue torched. Original's so good.
But did you know about with chicken wings and sauce and all that? It's the scale they do is based off of how much they put on. It's not based off of like different sauces. Especially at chain places like Zaxby's, it just means they put more on. Like I had a friend in high school who was like, "Look, I'll go get a tonic," and it's literally just like a swimming pool of sauce.
Ew.
And he like had to fish it out. I'm like, I'm not impressed by that. That's just a soggy ass chicken tender, like. But,
that's gross.
But no, I think the hype around Cane's is that it's like it's open super late. The food is better. That's a big thing. And like, I always hear the argument about Zaxby's that it's like they have so many more options, but I don't like any of their options. So
you have to get the chicken sandwich.
Oh yeah.
It's over 1,000 calories.
So prepare yourself.
It is so good.
Okay, alright.
It is so good.
I've actually made chicken sandwiches before.
Wow.
And they're like the homemade ones because you can put some cheese on them and chef it up. Yeah. And I did it with like a Tyson chicken tender. And
wow. I don't like Tyson chicken tenders.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of like a summer at home meal.
Right.
Like in high school before you knew how to cook and stuff. You go, well, I'll throw them in. I'll throw them in the oven. I don't know.
Pizza rolls, just throw them in there.
Might have just been me, but all right. So, Cane's is better. I think we decided that.
Is it though?
For the sake of moving on, the last question is ranking the Spider-Man movies.
Okay, I'm gonna rank them in like the actor.
Okay.
Because I can't keep up with all those movies like you do. I can't keep up.
Okay, so you're gonna rank them by like for each one individually,
like the person who played Spider-Man.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, so at the bottom, you have the Spider-Verse people, the new animated Spider-Man.
What? All right. Hold on.
Okay, the reason I respect it is because it's Jake Johnson.
You shouldn't just respect it. You should love it.
No, the reason I respect it is because it's Jake Johnson and I love him.
The guy from New Girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
He plays Nick from New Girl. I love him. He's so funny. He's also in Jurassic World. And he just plays like the disgruntled, has nothing going for him role so well.
Yeah. But it's the same role every time.
But I also just don't like, what is it called?
Miles Morales?
Action, no.
Oh, the
like cartoons. I just don't, I can't get behind them.
But it was I thought it was pretty original the way it was shot because it wasn't just like a full-on cartoon. They did like the 3D stuff that I thought was like pretty, I thought it was like a very different movie than what I've seen before.
I don't think they wanted, I don't know. I don't know why they did it.
Yeah.
In whatever it's called, cartoon.
Oh, the budget was smaller.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
because Sony sold the rights to Disney to have him be in the Avengers universe, which is where Tom Holland comes in. But they also had in the deal that they
between you.
You come for that Brit, I'll come for your throat. Because he might be the most adorable Englishman I know.
Just wait, you guys, just wait.
But, so they had in the contract where, we're allowed to produce a smaller one on our own. So, that was the big Sony versus Marvel thing.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Third place, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, that's
because it's respectable. Because he is so attractive. He is too attractive to be Spider-Man.
Yeah. It does take you out of it. I was watching, just a clip from it last night of him getting bullied. It was, before he turned Spider-Man and, Flash was beating him up. Granted, in that movie, Flash is big or whatever.
Right.
But you just don't buy...
It's not believable.
Yeah, and, also, I don't like how everyone in those movies is, 30 years old, too. Because I think he was literally cast as, an 18-year-old when he was 28.
He's, 34 now.
It's not okay.
Last night. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just too attractive to be Spider-Man.
But so you put Miles Morales below him, the cartoon. Dude, he's a person. He had the Jordans on as Spider-Man. That's badass, man.
No, cartoon people.
Beat
here's one pole, here's the other, and
all right.
people. Okay.
We'll chalk this up to Andrew Garfield being attractive and pleasant to look at.
Yeah.
But we can just say the cartoon.
But he played Spider-Man really well. He was just too attractive to be Spider-Man.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like, his comedy factor was really good in his Spider-Man.
I thought the scene where everybody gets onto him for, like, fumbling and, like, stumbling, like, trying to talk to Gwen Stacy, and on the rooftop, everybody's like, that's so bad acting. I was like, I thought that was, like, really adorable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that he played the funny part of Spider-Man, which is, like, a big part of who Spider-Man is, because he's a kid.
Yeah.
I think he played that part really well and, like, really professionally.
Yeah.
I don't think Tom Holland did.
But, so I guess he's your number 2.
He's my number 2.
Okay. Tell us why you're wrong.
You can't beat Tobey Maguire. And that is that. That is all there is to say. Tobey Maguire made Spider-Man who Spider-Man is. I know you read the comics, but for people like me who did not, shade.
I don't read.
Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man, period.
So, all right. First off, I read DC comics, not Marvel, because the DC comics are better, the Marvel movies are better.
Okay.
That's a whole other
discussion.
discussion.
I got a question after we discuss this.
Okay, all right.
DC.
Oh, so you're in. All right, that's fine. Here's the thing. So you're wrong. Let me get through my ranking.
I think you should do a poll on your Instagram after you put this up.
I will.
Like, who's better, Tobey Maguire
I'll
or Tom
screenshot
Holland?
the results and I'll include it for the video.
Perfect.
So let's get into my rankings, and then we'll just break down.
You're gonna have to preface me on like what the actual movies, like who's in them.
So my favorite Spider-Man movie, by far not the best, is Spider-Man 3, the one with Sandman and Venom and Tobey Maguire. And here's why it's my favorite. Because, honestly, I'm not as in love with Spider-Man as everybody else. I don't think he's, like, that... I like, he's cool, obviously. Right. He's a very unique character. He's young. But they didn't get it right until Tom Holland. And, like, I grew up on Tobey Maguire. And I remember being, like, 8 or 9 in the theater and watching Spider-Man 3 and, like, all the hype around it. Because the first 2 were so good.
They were so good.
But
you cannot beat when it's raining and she pulls down the mask. You don't.
We can get into
You can do that all you want to, but you won't beat it.
I'll get into that in a minute because honestly, Mary Jane Watson sucks as a character. But so here's the thing.
Get me out.
So Spider-Man 3 is so bad that it is honestly it's my favorite comedy, and I don't mean that in any like. This is seriously the most fun movie I have watching with my brother, like ever. Like we crack up at how bad,
how poorly it was made.
For them to have like done the first 2, be like the biggest superhero success at this time, besides like Christopher Reeve's Superman. That like they literally had like a 28-3 lead. Let's just say that.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
But. And then I was like 9, and I was like, "Oh, you're kidding!" I was like, I wasn't even like.
You have to understand, like, making a sequel.
Yeah.
That's like the hardest thing to do.
But they did such a good job with Spider-Man 2.
Right.
Apparently.
And so with the and the worst thing is like when you do a third movie.
Yeah.
If the second one was great too.
Yeah.
You expect the third one to be like. The best, and that's why the Avengers is so great, is because every movie got better.
Yeah.
And like Endgame, the best movie of all time, basically, in the superhero world.
I'd kind of agree with that, yeah.
So, and to have, when you do those sequels,
yeah,
you're expected to do better and better and better. And that can be really hard to do for character development.
There are a couple of examples that agree and disagree with you. So I think the Dark Knight trilogy, with how good the Dark Knight was, people had like ungodly expectations for The Dark Knight Rises, and then like they obviously couldn't bring Heath Ledger back, which was a big part of the plan.
R.I.P. man.
Yeah.
Just have to say that.
Yeah. That was absolute tragedy. But like they were supposed to bring him back, and when they didn't, it delayed everything. And then people had these sky high expectations, and like Dark Knight Rises is still a great movie, but people think it's terrible because you watch The Dark Knight and then you go to that, and like I do agree with you for that. But also 2 examples. Back to the Future. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the first one.
Okay.
The second one falls off.
The second one is still good though, and I just think they get like slightly worse each one. But
it's
they're all
just
good.
Because of character development.
Yeah, they're all good movies though. But the big one that is like kind of like takes out that argument is Toy Story. Because Toy Story 2 is probably the best.
Right.
Except for Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 is awful.
Cold takes, everybody. Well, we'll get into that when we have you back.
The purple bear. I just can't get past it.
Lotso, I have lots of thoughts on that. But we'll bring that back to another time.
Thanks, guys. Thanks
Maybe we'll have a poll up. Should we have Taylor back?
No, this girl cannot stay on topic for the life of her.
All right, so after Spider-Man 3, I have Spider-Man 2, and here's the thing. Quentin and I just watched the that Tobey Maguire. They're so bad. They do not hold up at all. I implore you, go back and watch them. They do not age well at all.
They win.
By like Spider-Man 2, Tobey Maguire looks like he's 30. I think he's like 26, but he looks like he's 30.
Tobey Maguire. Like
he's so weird.
It's like Christian Bale and Batman. You can't beat it.
Ben Affleck is better than Christian Bale.
Get out, dude.
Okay.
Get out.
No,
That's
Batman.
awful. Who are you? That's blasphemous.
As Batman, he's a better Batman. He's so badass. He's like all here.
Christian Bale.
He doesn't have good action scenes at all throughout the whole trilogy. Christian Bale's the only good action scene is when Bane breaks his back, and that's not Batman being cool at all.
When he climbs out of that weird
he wasn't Batman in that
prison
scene.
thing.
He wasn't.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, chills. No, Dark Knight Rises is my favorite movie of all time, but.
You think Ben Affleck? I look at you as a totally different person now.
I think if you give Ben Affleck, I don't think Robert Pattinson's gonna be great, but I think if you give...
They missed the mark. They missed the mark, man.
Honestly, Robert Pattinson as Batman is kind of equivalent to Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man. They are...
That is disrespectful to Tobey Maguire.
You obviously haven't watched these movies in a long time.
That is disrespectful.
Okay.
That is like... Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Anyways,
wow.
They don't age well. Kirsten Dunst wasn't a good actress then. She's not now. She hasn't worked since then.
I think Emma Stone was better than Kirsten Dunst.
And it's honestly like in Spider-Man 3, I wanted him to end up with Gwen Stacy because that's who Spider-Man is. Well, I mean not like so basically in the comics, Gwen Stacy dies and like she did in Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then he meets Mary Jane. It did not make sense at all to have Mary Jane first, and then. There's a lot wrong with the Tobey Maguire.
But you gotta, screenwrite,
let's get into
there's just some times you just gotta let things go and screenwrite.
That's a lot to let go. Especially when Tom Holland...
where's your Mockingbird book? That thing's huge. You can't make a whole movie out of that. It's like 3 movies.
Okay, but... Alright, that's fair actually. But why don't you like Tom Holland? That's my thing.
Okay, no, I don't...
If you like Avengers that much.
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I think that he was right for Avengers.
Yeah.
I think that they got the age right. He's second best. I just don't think he can beat Tobey Maguire.
So, you think he's good,
yeah.
You just can't beat him.
And I didn't like the friend group that they cast for him.
What do you mean?
Like...
Oh, like the Hawaiian guy and the, I don't know if he's a South Pacific dude.
Yeah.
And
it just didn't make sense to me.
I don't like Zendaya as...
I don't like Zendaya as the love interest either.
I didn't like Zendaya until I watched Euphoria. Have you watched that?
Oh, it is so good.
It really is. Like, it's...
But I love Zendaya.
Yeah.
I just don't think that, personally...
Yeah.
Here's my take. Zendaya's too beautiful for Tom Holland.
That is complete opposite. No. Tom Holland is too beautiful for any woman on this planet.
Wow.
Except,
what if I marry Tom Holland one day? I'll be like, that's what's up.
Honestly,
this one's for you, Daniel.
It would have to be a girl around your height, though. Because he's kind of...
He is very short.
Yeah, he's... Short kings represent out here. But that's kind of like... God would have made him too powerful had he, been that tall.
Right.
Alright, so... I'm going to go further down my rankings. You can disagree where you want. So Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 2, because it's equally laughable. I used to think it was a great movie.
Interesting.
But it's so bad. Homecoming,
That's Tom
Because
Holland,
this
right?
is the first one that it's like not ironic. Like this is like an actually good movie.
Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse is right behind that. So if we're
that's animated, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So based
I
off
can't keep
quality.
up with I'm like bad with names and stuff.
Then Far From Home because like it was good, but I don't know. I like Spider-Man in New York. I don't care to see him in Europe, and maybe that's just
Far
me.
From Home is Tom Holland.
Yeah.
See?
But it's still better than Tobey Maguire.
I think they should have just had Tom Holland do Avengers, not his own series.
I don't know. He's so lovable though. Just want to pinch his British cheeks. I don't know. I might have to edit that out. But yeah, I just actually love Tom Holland. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. I was gonna ask you about Batman.
Okay.
But we've already kind of covered it.
What about it?
Robert Pattinson.
Pattinson. Oh, okay. So let's wait and see. Here's the thing. Robert Pattinson is a great actor. Like a top.
Right.
He's honestly one of the 10 best actors working right now, I would say.
That is a cool tip.
I mean, I think he's like bottom 5, but he's up there. If you watch The Lighthouse, which was this past year, it's a crazy, weird movie, very experimental, very like
Oscar kind of film.
art festival movie.
Right.
I didn't really love the whole point of the movie, but his acting in it is some of the best I've ever seen. So, as Bruce Wayne, I think that'll be a big teller is like, what kind of Batman is it? Because like, the reason why I rate Ben Affleck is because he's the best at the type of Batman they wanted. Now, yeah, Justice League, and like, you can say what you want about it, but he literally did like old man Batman. It's like watching Old Man Logan. Did you watch the movie Logan where it's R-rated Wolverine and he's like super he's like super fed up and pissed off, and it was like the same type of vibe where he's like, I don't care, I've done this for 30 years, I'm gonna kill people. Like I like Batman when he kills people. I'll just say that.
Violent.
Because it's fictional, I don't support murder. But
I have to like disclose that.
Disclaimer. There's gonna be a lot of like pops where it's like disclaimer this or like.
No, yeah, I think Christian Bale is the best.
I mean,
I cannot believe you like Ben Affleck.
Well, the Dark Knight trilogy is like the best trilogy
of all time.
It's
arguably.
Well, I would have said Toy Story, but then they made Toy Story 4, so I'm like. It's probably
the third one fell off for me.
Fourth one sucked for me. I hated Toy Story 4. But yeah, I mean like he's in the best movies, but if you watch the action scenes, that's where they lose me. So, but any last thoughts? Because we gotta wrap it up. We don't want people to waste half the day on this.
I think that's it. I think that's all I have to say.
So we'll have Taylor back because we obviously have a lot of disagreements and hot topics to discuss. Sure. But thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me. I've had a good time.
That's awesome. So thank y'all for watching, and we'll be back soon.